The fight continues as Zhao Jai attacks Mo Fan with a very strong magic power, which thankfully Mo Fan's magic shield is able to protect him from. The teacher stands up in awe and fear. Wow, incredible. As this competition is about to get intense, the White Brows teacher, who is shocked and at the same time angry, condemns Zhao Jai's fighting tactics as being too cruel for a competition. Meanwhile, Teacher Y, who started all this, stays focused as he watches the students fight themselves. Then suddenly, when Zhao Jai sees how Mo Fan is able to protect himself from the attack, he decides to send a swarm of fire system at him, which is more powerful than earlier. Mo Fan feels the weight of this power as the fire force pushes him backwards while he struggles to use his shield to hold the fire from hitting him. Okay, the students rejoice thinking Mo Fan has eventually lost the competition after so many challengers, but to their surprise, having consumed so much fire system, the shield reacts by sending two sharp magical extensions that come out of it towards Zhao Jai. Luckily for him, Teacher Y, who has been sitting all along, quickly intervenes as he uses his stars map nice to create a shield from the ground, protecting him from being pierced by the sharp extensions. Having seen what happened, Teacher Y asks Zhao Jai to leave and tells him if it was a demon he faced, he would have died a long time ago. While leaving the fighting arena, Zhao Jai boasts of how his powers were about to hurt Mo Fan at least, which makes the students hail him for being able to. While walking down the stairs from the fighting arena, Zhao Jai gets slapped and asked to get out by an unknown boy, who he seems to know. Mo Fan approaches the boy, and it happens to be his friend who has come to watch the competition without even knowing he has resumed school. As they discuss, Teacher Y yells that the competition has not ended and should be continued back in the arena. Mo Fan defeats more challengers using different magic powers of his own. As time goes during the fight, some students who see how exhausted he is discuss how it is possible to defeat him if a 200-level student challenges him, which is if there are more and more students to challenge him. But the other boy who sits beside him tells him it might not be possible, as the fire department has already lost 200 people to him. But in the end, it is better than being a laughing stock if he is not defeated. The fight continues as the next challenger is being called in. It happens to be a boy named Zhu Tong. Foreign applause fills the arena. He looks in a boy's direction among the crowd, which reveals how they had planned how to defeat Mo Fan. Then the boy in the crowd puts a thing in his pocket and whispers some words into his ear. Fu Tom, who is ready to end Mo Fan, calls out to the teacher to start the fight. But his teacher Y tries to pick up the microphone for the continuation of the fight. Dean Zio enters, telling them to call it a day and end the fight. Fiend Zio takes the microphone and addresses Mo Fan to admit to the mistake of teacher Y as well as the student. Hearing this, he proceeds to sincerely apologize to his teacher and classmates at the Fire Academy, telling them that he was too impulsive this time. Meanwhile, Zhu Tong laments at the announcement of the end of the competition, as well as the other students, as they ask for the continuation of the fight. Teacher Y, having told Mo Fan he would apologize to the students and teachers one by one if he does not finish the fight, tells Dean Zio that Zhu Tong will defeat Mo Fan if the fight proceeds, as he is already exhausted. But Dean Zio explains things to him about how to go about it, which makes him agree to end the competition. He calls it and tells the students that Mo Fan, being a midway student who just joined, has proven himself to his own strength. He addresses them and ends by telling everyone to leave the arena. At night, while going home with his injuries and tattered clothes, Mo Fan meets Dean Zio, who tells him it is difficult for him to cause less trouble. Then the White Brows teacher approaches as well, telling him he needs some treatment after having hurt himself all day. After being offered and accepting to receive treatment for his wounds, Mo Fan gets examined by the teacher. Upon close observation, the teacher reveals that Mo Fan's constitution seems a bit strange. Also, he had noticed something good today about Mo Fan's body. Curious, Mo Fan seeks to know if there is anything abnormal going on with his body, but the teacher cannot seem to know or say what specifically is wrong with him. Instead, he instructs Mo Fan to find someone to help him. Apparently, this someone has to be a stronger healing mage, one who would conduct a comprehensive examination of his body. After that, the teacher says he feels a strong sensation in Mo Fan's body, one which is unlike their common element magic, white magic, and dimensional magic. Furthermore, he states that the thing leads too much to black magic. Listening to the teacher, Mo Fan realizes that he has a high level of cultivation. He is worried and wonders if the teacher is able to feel the residual power of the demon inside him. Without wanting to raise further suspicions, he decides to leave. Meanwhile, Liuji and Hidatu are seated on a couch as they both seem to be waiting for Mo Fan to return from his checkup. As expected, when he enters, he lies tiredly on the bed, paying no attention to them. However, when he comes in, Attitude starts to take pictures of him, and he surprisingly plays along. She is, however, stopped by Liuji, who lets her know that Mo Fan is tired and should be allowed to rest. Seeing that he is tired and already asleep, she covers him with a blanket just before they leave. Shortly after they leave, Mo Fan rises up and goes to get a drink from the fridge just before heading to the balcony, where he stands and watches the lit-up building around. At that moment, he is overwhelmed with the fact that the students from the main campus possess more strength than he had imagined. Apparently, the people born in Hoyun are only ranked in the top 100, top 50, and even top 10. This sounds pretty despicable to him as he refers to them as a bunch of monsters. He acknowledges that if Dean Zio hadn't appeared, there is no idea what would have happened, most especially since he got this exhausted from fighting just one department in the entire campus. On the other hand, he is bothered that his cultivation has not increased much in the past 6 months. With this, he is determined to find ways to improve as soon as possible. Failing to do so would make it difficult for him to stand out. Thinking about this, he comes to the conclusion that the mold section should be the easiest to break through. He, however, commends the defense power of high-quality chi molds as they cannot be underestimated. Although he talks about the mysterious snake skin, which would take some time to find a craftsman to make, even though it's a contract beast. Mo Fan states that if he has a good contract beast now, he would have solved the problem. He doesn't relent and decides to head out tomorrow. Later that day, Mo Fan asks his friend to help him sell some things. Fearing this, the latter is surprised, but Mo Fan reminds him that his home is a ranking company. Apparently, he intends to sell some corpses of odd warrior-level monsters, while there are 0 types of fragments left for Jing Soul. He asks if his friend can help him get a good price. Hearing this, his friend refers to him as being heartless, especially since there are no female classmates of theirs chasing so much money that he intends to make. At this point, Mo Fan reveals that he intends to buy a contract beast with the money. Oh my! With this, he is able to convince his friend, and the latter finally understands. Just then, he puts a call across to the bidding firm to inform them of the items Mo Fan has. When he leaves, Mo Fan picks up a bound scroll, wondering what it is. On his friend's return, he asks if the latter still sells map-like books. When Mo Fan insists on being told what the scrolls are, it is revealed that they are called the mysterious scroll worm. Apparently, when the mages wander in the wilderness, they often get certain news for those news. They are written in this scroll and sold at a certain price. Fortunately, he has a pile of these scrolls lying around. Excited about this, Mo Fan states that it would be a big profit if the information in the scrolls are true, especially since this would save them a lot of money from purchasing information. However, he feels if the information is fake or outdated, it would be a waste of effort. Hearing this, his friend taunts him for not having any share money on him. He lets Mo Fan know that the most important thing in the information age is intelligence. He lets Mo Fan in on the endless possibilities of the information the scroll can provide. Although Mo Fan still argues, he wonders if it would be officially released as a reward if it is accurate intelligence. While there is no answer from the other, he assures Mo Fan that the information in these scrolls is of high intelligence. At this moment, Mo Fan asks how much the scrolls cost. Instead of giving him a definite answer, he decides to give Mo Fan a sneak peek of the contents of the scroll. The first scroll they open talks about the sword Kaisi Demon, which is a high-quality material for making sword magic tools. Although the material is very expensive, he states that he isn't ready to catch fish. Opening another scroll, he is excited at the information it holds. Looking closely at it, Mo Fan sees that it talks about signs of a new life in Yenji. Seeking to know what Yenji is, he is told that they are the rarest type of elemental demon, a demon whose value cannot be measured. Furthermore, he is told that elemental demons are all summoning mages' most coveted contract beasts. To pique his interest, he is informed that Yenji is the best amongst all. Also, that signing a contract with a Yenji is a very big deal, with a top 10 spot assured when you rely solely on a Yenji. Since the Yenji possesses fire element itself, merging with a demon like it would practically make Mo Fan invincible. Thinking deeply about it, Mo Fan realizes that this is the perfect contract beast he has been looking for. Eager to get every information he can on the Yenji, Mo Fan asks that they gather as much scrolls as they can. Hearing this, he is made to know that this would cost him a lot of money, but he immediately brings out his gold debit card. This they use to gather every single mysterious scroll they can find. After looking through the scrolls, they are all set to find a location en route to finding a Yenji. At first, his friend doesn't want to go, but Mo Fan convinces him in his own way. He agrees, however, states that they would need a healing mage. Although Mo Fan agrees, he asks if the other has anyone in mind. Later in the day, Mo Fan gets shown his friend's cousin, Zhao Chanelin. He states that she had heard of the plan and wanted to participate. Seeing how beautiful she looks, Mo Fan doesn't object to her involvement but is worried that the quest is a dangerous one. On the other hand, she doesn't seem to care about this. Meanwhile, the little girl informs them that the Sandnet River is the only way to get to their destination. Unfortunately for them, the Sand Demon soldiers live there. These demons belong to the Earth Elemental Demons. However, it is almost impossible to get through, with the only way being with the help of a spiritual maid. At that moment, he receives a call that seems to be worrisome. If you like this recap, do let me know in the comments, and obviously leave your like too. Do not forget to share with your friends and subscribe. Above all, activate your notification bell so you don't miss the next recap when it drops. Until next time.